Hi there everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Christy here doing the weekly reading for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is for the week of December 5th through to the 12th. With the full moon moving through Gemini this weekend, we're going to be looking at your general reading with the theme of what do you need to pay attention to? So this is a general reading for your sign. Whatever is most prominent in your life, I encourage you to take these messages and apply them to, and I hope that you find them helpful and healing. So, what does Scorpio need to pay attention to this week? Anyone without enough time or interest in the shuffling, just check out the scroll bar below, see where the reading starts when the cards are laid. It's usually around the 3-minute mark. If you don't mind the shuffling though, stick around. We're just looking for 2 more jumpers. These cards are so funny. Some of them, I have no idea which one's going to jump, and then the other ones hang in the balance like that. Let's just look for one more jumper here. And there we go. So in terms of what you need to pay attention to, really that you're headed in the right direction, Scorpio, especially if you've been doing a lot of self-work. Work around personal, particularly spiritual development, but also emotional, psychological, and mental health awareness in terms of bettering yourself and finding out what you need in order to heal. If that's been the case for you over the past several months, and I believe it has been for many of my Scorpios, you're going to see that things may feel like they're looking or feeling like they're kind of falling into place now, like things that you've put into action here are finally taking root because you've decided, you've made a really big decision about what it is that you really want, the lifestyle you really want, what you want to project, what you want to receive, what you're willing to do and give in order to get. So the most primary and interesting theme for you to pay attention to this week is your truth and integrity. This is really important, particularly if you're doing healing work or if you're making significant changes in your life. This is going to be your motivator. This is going to be, you know, your flag. Anywhere where you land and you begin planting in or building upon here, this is the foundation by which you're going to be doing this successfully this week, and it's in truth and it's integrity. So to be in truth and to have integrity while doing it is absolutely essential, which means that you never have to say sorry. You never have to worry about what you're saying or what's being said about you. You never have anything to conceal or here. And you can never be righteously attacked here. Like no one can righteously attack you if you're living your truth and integrity, right? So this is actually a place that you can live in and come from and develop within and throughout with nearly no worry or concern, because when you have your truth, when you work within your integrity, then you know you're working at the highest element, right? This is a level of protection because this is such, this is to work at the highest echelon of, you know, love properties, right? As opposed to fear properties. So this is actually a beautiful development. This is a higher awareness and an understanding that this is nearly a place of being untouchable. Even if, and particularly if, you have wondered how you're going to react to yourself in this position. There's no beating yourself down here. You can't, there's nothing to make fun of here. There's nothing to sort out, right? Truth and integrity is its own optimum design. You just merely need to be there. So this is a beautiful place for you to be this week and to pay attention to. The reason or the influence to being in truth and integrity is through your elements of support. You've been able to successfully look at who has succeeded in this area before, and you didn't have to reinvent the wheel. That would have been a waste of time. So you were very intelligent about this. You said, who has done this before? Who could I have learned from? Who's done this before? Whom I trust, right? It could have even been a part of yourself, or an area in your life where you've already succeeded in this goal or in this direction, and you're able to count on yourself, which is extremely uplifting. But certainly you can look at others. You can look at ancestors. You can look at your own friends and family. You can look at spiritual leaders who have helped you and others in your progress here. And ultimately, what you get from others is what you're able to provide. So remember that now you can also act as a beacon of hope for others. Particularly if you're at a place here of emotional, psychological, and spiritual wellness. And here with answered prayer as your probable outcome, this is so beautiful. I'm going to direct it as well with the miracles, which is the general energy card for the week. So miracles is touching on all elements here: the miracle of support, the miracle of truth and integrity, the miracle of an answered prayer. This is a beautiful outcome for you because this is manifestation, right? The miracle, and you can almost see it in the image here. It's like it's a string from heaven. It fits on her finger. It seems very small, but what it amounts to is significant awareness and change and understanding in your life. Because even something that starts off small, that feels small to you, or feels like it's maybe just a little step, could have been the largest boundary or hurdle that now you've overcome. So the miracle may seem as though you've got over something small, but it's actually quite significant. And the answered prayer as your probable outcome is a beautiful way to end the week. Certainly if at any stage here you feel as though you need support in direction of your truth and integrity, you can ask for that this week. That will be shown to you. You just need to pay attention to what it is that you truly want as a probable outcome. You need to pay attention to what it is that you truly desire, as opposed to what hasn't been working, or even how far you've come or where you've come from. There's time to consider that. There's time to look at the rearview mirror. But this week we're looking at intentions and direction. Where is your attention going? All that glitters is showing up for you again. This is a real situation. It's consistent for you for the past several months. What are you giving or even giving up to get what you're getting? What mask are you wearing? What do you perceive that you're being rewarded with that you might be able to get in another way? Okay, this is a real theme for you. Again, this is where you're going to want to pay attention to this week. All that glitters isn't gold. I think that you already know this anyway, and it could be part of the struggle, particularly if there are power exchanges or issues of power or dominance. It's really about what are you really getting when you engage in this type of mask wearing. Interesting that we end with these two cards. Very briefly, skunk is reputation. It's also sexual energy. And buffalo is prayer and abundance. You're still working at these two. These seem to be in opposite or even polar ends of your personal dynamic. And believe me, this is not new. This is not singular to you. This is something that you're aware of, that's ongoing, that may even feel like it's eternal. These choices, especially under the full moon in Gemini, we're looking at, two very different parts of you that need to be fulfilled here. Can these two elements of you meet and be sustainable? Can you honor both elements of yourself here with the prayer and abundance, this highly spiritual being that you really are, the phoenix, right? The Scorpio is the lowest component, the scorpion as your symbol is really, it's the beginner stage. The phoenix is what you come out of the other side. It's the burning away of who you thought you were, who you thought you needed to be, who you thought other people needed you to be, right? So if you look at yourself as the phoenix, you can burn away from something. You do belong at the higher echelon of awareness here, because you have it within you and it's available to you, Scorpio. And here with your reputation, this is your sexual energy. This is what you're projecting. By and large here, I'm going to suggest to get what you want, right? It's not positive or negative. It just is what it is. But it is a lot of energy, right? So you're going to ask or pay attention to this week, could I be using that energy somewhere else? Could I live in prayer and abundance while maybe directing my sexual energy or reputation somewhere that's beneficial to everybody, or doesn't take unnecessarily, or doesn't feel like I'm out of sorts when all is said and done? So just some things to contemplate this week. And I really appreciate you being here with me, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a comment, please leave it below. I love hearing from you. If you're not already, subscribe to my channel and like my videos. That really helps me out as well. So until we meet in the next video, take excellent care of yourself. Bye for now.